They are saying the potential issues and differential diagnosis, investigations, then the management plan. So after they suggest contacts for the family and outline how you would refer the patient to other agencies where relevant. So this should be in every history. We have to focus on these four things. First of all, what was the current issues, age, and this all we know. Then what is the current problem, and then what are the differential diagnosis, why it happened, and then investigations and management plan. Then refer to the
Yeah, Dr. Vakar, can you summarize it for me? That how would you summarize, or anyone else, how it can be summarized?
Yes, in this case, if you have asked the history, a 10-year-old boy, Craig, who the family came here on the vacation, and child develops the exacerbation of his, we can say, with known case of cystic fibrosis, and he had an exacerbation of his condition of cystic fibrosis. He developed the chest, he became a chesty, and he developed a high-grade fever. And what was else the findings? I forgot actually. Then
Tiredness,
you,
fever, cough, and limited activity.
yeah,
Dr.
limited.
Vakar, we can summarize like this. Correct. 10-year-old known case of cystic fibrosis presented with infective exacerbation of cystic fibrosis. When you have
So,
fever, listen,
hmm.
when you have fever, cough, it means fever tells you infection. Cough
Okay, so
tells you the respiratory.
you mentioned
So,
your diagnosis right at the beginning.
yeah, you have to tell like
Yeah.
this. Then you can tell by positive finding in this case, blah, 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 blah. And differential
Like
are
what?
like
Like
that.
what? Like what? Like what? My
Like you said, fever. This is up
okay.
your okay.
Fever, cough. Okay.
Yeah, fever and cough. Okay. Then limited activity,
Hmm.
right? And then wheezy chest. And then you'll tell it can be a asthma infective,
Hmm.
exacerbation of asthma. Okay.
Hmm.
Then you will tell what thing. And as he missed his PAP device,
Hmm.
so compliance problem, right?
Hmm.
So these will be your points. You will tell this is my positive point in the history which I took from the mother.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
that will fulfill the purpose of, because examiner is listening everything which we are
Yes.
discuss what history we took from the parents or the patient. So
Okay.
it makes no sense we tell each and everything and when we are presenting the case. So it should
Okay.
be in 2 to 3 lines. They are asking like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like you can say, 10 years old Craig, known case of cystic fibrosis, and
Yeah.
he presented with exacerbation of his condition, like he presented with fever, chesty cough,
Hmm.
and excessive tiredness. And I would
You
like
are right.
to investigate. I
Uh,
would like to investigate him,
yeah,
like full
Dr.
blood
Vakar,
count.
here one point, because we need to save the time. We need to save the time so
No,
that
3 lines should be.
I'm telling you, not coming
Because
on the,
you
no,
know
no,
why
I'm
if
coming
we
on the
will
point.
not tell the examiner these things,
No,
because
no,
examiner
no,
will
you are
ask the
not
question.
coming, you're not getting my point. I'm asking you, when you say this is the infective exacerbation of the cystic fibrosis, with
Hmm.
this positive points, it will it will make you 2 to 3 lines minimum. It will
Yeah,
not be
we will
less than
not
three
tell the
lines.
sign and symptoms, positive sign and symptoms.
Like I can say that Craig is 10-year-old boy who is known case of cystic fibrosis since his diagnosed at the neonatal age, and currently he is with the infected exacerbation of his condition based on cough, fever, excessive tiredness,
Right.
is not
This is,
responding
yeah.
to
This is
the
your positive thing.
nebulizers and the antibiotics. So, however, I'm thinking exacerbation based on these findings, and the mother has missed the PAP device. But I also want to think in the lines of asthma or the fungal infection if the patient is not responding. So,
Yeah.
in my initial
Sure.
workup would be like this, and if the
Yeah.
patient does not respond, then I would do this.
you
But
have
you have to
you
tell
would be having
I'll
other
admit the
things
patient.
also, Dr. Rifat. You like you have.
I just mentioned the differentials. Although
No, you are
my
right. I'm coming on the point. I'm just you are right, 100%. I'm just telling, when you will tell all these things, you have further things in the past medical history, birth history, okay, and
Hmm.
social history. That
Mm-hmm.
also you include in your summary.
Okay.
That will make the 3 to 4 lines when you summarize
So
it.
so at where I should mention the neonatal history that he had underwent the surgery. Where should I mention it?
No, no,
Yeah,
don't mention.
that's
No
not
need
Do
to
needed.
not
mention,
summarize these
Dr.
things. This
No
is
Rifat.
need to
obvious.
mention,
What you
which is
said
relevant
in
for
the
our.
Dr. Bhatti, can I just
Yeah, yeah, sure, boss. No problem.
Dr. Rifat, what you said the previously, that summary was very good actually. So you have to say like, yeah, with the background of he's a known case of cystic fibrosis, and he presented with the cough and with the colonization of the pseudomonas, and he has a chesty cough and with the fever. So I would like to consider here with the background of cystic fibrosis, probably secondary colonization, secondary infection.
Very
And
good.
I would also consider some other possibilities like fungal infection also if the child will not respond to the antibiotic. So I need to do some workup in this child, probably which includes the X-ray and some of the couple of blood tests. And after that, I might need to admit this child and to isolate in the cubicle for probable course of the antibiotic. And there are also a couple of other histories, like if it is significant, like there is a failure to thrive, he has lost some weight. This after, I mean, it's not the part of summary, but if he allows you, you continue. Otherwise, the first few line is enough. No need to mention the whole past history or something big details.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We can discuss now
Okay.
some
Sorry?
about cystic fibrosis. We can discuss now few things about cystic fibrosis better.
Yeah, why
Yeah.
not?
You have 10 minutes more. Okay. So we can
Yeah,
discuss
that's
something
why.
else. Okay.
Yeah, that's better. Yes.
So, uh, which I learned, if I'm wrong, you can correct me. When the child need admission, we are doing the labs like CBC, CRP, blood culture, urea electrolytes, and LFTs. We can do total IgE for this and IgE specific for the allergic bronchopulmonary aspergillosis. We can do for cough and sputum culture and nose and
So
throat.
about the IgE and for the fungus, right at the beginning, I don't think so. We should say for this case.
No, no, he's talking in general about.
In general, I'm talking,
No, no,
Okay, fine.
not in particular
even
case.
in general, if child is allergic, if child is having allergic bronchopulmonary aspergillosis, then we go for the total IgE, specific IgE
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah, yeah,
aspergillosis.
yeah, yeah.
Yes,
I'm talking in
if the
general.
patient does, okay, if the patient does not respond to antibiotics for after 7 days and still having all these issues, then we can do all these things. Not on the first line.
Yeah, nobody will do on first day.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Then chest X-ray we are doing. If the previous chest X-ray is available, then we are not doing. We will check the response for 7 days. Then we are doing the chest X-ray, and lung function test we are doing exactly for once in a week. Okay, this is spirometry and the oxygen saturation. And
Sorry, Dr. Rohel, come again.
lung function test, that is spirometry, we are doing on the admission and once in a week.
Okay, very good.
Still
And
in the
X-ray we are doing once in a year. If not done in the last
no,
1 year.
I'm asking if you have if you have got admission, then
Yeah.
if previous just X-ray is available, that's okay. If you will not do new one, and
Yeah.
if the child is not responding after
then
7 days,
yes.
then you can do chest X-ray.
The two things are there, no? I'm
Yeah,
just
Also, other
correct.
thing, if there are new signs, if new signs you
Yeah.
find on the chest examination, you will go for the chest.
Yes.
chest X.
If
Yes,
if
which
not
type?
done in 1 year also, last 1 year, then you'll do
Yeah.
same time.
Then
next.
at the admission time, you can do the glucose level.
Okay.
If the child is no, not glucose. If the child is on this oral corticosteroid, you will have to do GTT. Yes, at the admission.
Yes, if the
Hello.
child is
What
taking
GTT?
regular, if he is
Yeah,
taking regular steroids,
steroid
then we will do
is,
OGDT.
yeah, GTT you will do at admission, and during the first 24 hours after the admission. Then you can check the glucose in fasting, and 2 hours after every meal, and in the night time. So this is actually the guidelines. What will be the annual screening? Anybody knows?
High resolution.
Yes, it usually screening by the team of cystic fibrosis. They
Yes.
perform annual screening and usually at time of birthday, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. What?
And
Usually at
What?
time of birth.
Yes. Okay.
means if child is born 15 August, so they will do every 15 August.
Okay.
Okay, they will if
Regarding
there is a
the steroids and the glucose OGTT, if the patient is on steroids, then do the random blood sugar, and after the 10 years of age for the screening for the
OGT.
diabetes,
OGT.
That
OGTT.
that one
OGT.
0,
OGT.
60 and 120 minute.
Yes, 0, 60 and 120 minutes.
Yes.
Why
Yeah,
we
that
were
one.
this
doing
is
OGT in
actually screening.
the cystic fibrosis? Why not this one, random or fasting one?
If steroids, no, and to rule out the diabetes in this one, random maybe will not helpful if child is taking steroids.
Pre-diabetics, basically we need to check the pre-diabetics. This OGT
Yeah.
is more sensitive than these. More
Yes, glucose
sensitive than.
tolerance will ruled out by the child is pancreas are working on that.
Yes.
Because child already multiple times he must is on because we know steroids is on of their type with children.
Okay.
Okay.
So this random glucose will not give us. So other investigation: full blood count and film, vitamin
Okay.
A, D, and E,
Yeah.
PTH parathyroid hormone,
Yes.
urea and electrolyte, CRP, LFTs, chloride, bone profile, magnesium, Pseudomonas, aeruginosa antibodies,
Okay.
glucose, total
Yeah.
IgE, specific IgE to aspergillus and aspergillus precipitans.
Yes.
If more than 10 years, then as we discussed about glucose tolerance test and
And one
nutrition.
Yeah, this is bone profile and magnesium.
Yes,
For the
I told you.
nutrition, they said that you can monitor the growth,
That
and if you want to check
assessment.
the
This is not
scapular
screening.
subscap. Mhm.
Actually, there are annual assessment and the annual screening. Annual screening, rightly said Dr. Bakar, CBC, blood film, LFTs, RFTs. You can do the vitamins A, D, E, parathyroid hormones. You can do Pseudomonas antibodies levels. You can do total Ig and Ig specific aspergillus, glucose level, bone profile, and if age is 10 or more than 10, then GTT 0, 60 and 120 minutes. And there is annual assessment. So annual assessment is different. Annual assessment, you will do exercise review program. You can do complication review program. You can check for the liver disease, and if the age is 10 or more than 10, CF related diabetes mellitus, you can assess the pulmonary uh, for the pulmonary lung function test, and you can do nutritional assessment.
Okay, very
Okay.
good.
So there are few assessment: pulmonary, liver disease, psychological, nutritional, exercise review program, and the complication review program. And Dr. Bhatti, you will tell me, I have written, as you have told me about last 1 year, I think before 1 year, criteria about to diagnose this cystic fibrosis. So I want to check if I have
Yes.
written correct or not.
So I will let you know. Usually, it is first of all, if the patient is having the clinical feature, history of
Okay.
sibling with the problem, and
Uh-huh.
positive neonatal screening. We need one out of this.
Okay.
Either he should have clinical feature or positive strong family history positive, and neonatal screening IRT positive, right?
Okay, this is one.
We
Okay,
need,
that's
yeah. And then B is that if patient is having 2 times cystic fibrosis test positive, sorry, the sweet chloride
sweat
test
test
positive 2 times,
two pass. Okay,
yeah, and more than 2 mutation
okay.
or nasal potential difference.
Yes, I have written exactly. So this criteria, just I want to ask, this is in the guideline or you have read from somewhere?
I read from the Hizer.
It's
Yeah, this
also
is
mentioned
written in
in
the
the
Kidder,
Nelson as
but
well.
I didn't find
Nelson
Even
also, yes, right. Hizer wrote
uh,
from Nelson and also in the, what is called, yes, yes,
yeah,
I
this is
read
written
from
in
the
the
Hizer
Nelson.
basically.
Yeah, this is written in the Nelson, but I didn't find this in the guideline. That's why
Yeah,
I was asking. I have written from you this. I remember.
yes, yes, yeah, last time we discussed.
Yeah, we discussed
hello.
this.
So I mean to say that,
Because which I was reading these clinical cases, not 50 clinical cases.
mhm,
So in which there is IRT as you said, and family history and this as you said, but the next is for genetics confirmation.
Dr. Wakar, if you
That's
read
it.
that in the Mark BT,
Mm.
almost same. If you get the crux of these things, it's almost same.
So
Like
for the diagnosis, should we say the criteria like this?
Yeah. And usually when we have the family history or patient with the clinical finding or neonatal screening positive. So you will go
Hmm.
further now.
Hmm.
They,
Yes.
they they have written in the guideline. I think this IRT plus sweat test plus gene test with no symptoms. If there is no symptom, you need IRT, sweat test, and gene test. And if there is symptom, you need sweat test and gene test. It is written in the guideline, I think.
But this was very easy and too easy to remember. So I
Yeah,
prefer very,
that's easy.
because I read
Really,
from the Mark BT, it is very confusing, truly speaking.
Market is very confusing.
they in exam they will not ask you like this. They will give you the scenario. If child is asymptomatic and you are suspecting he has a cystic fibrosis, what you will do?
For
So
sure, you will go
then
for
you
the
will go for sweat test and
sweat
gene test.
chloride test. Then, Dr. Wakar, this scenario when any
Normal.
answer like this, you will go for the
Yani,
sweat chloride test number
if
one.
it is not high but is upper limit,
Mhm.
then
Yeah,
Basically,
if the sweat test is equivocal, then I think you will
repeat,
go for gene test.
repeat it, repeat, boss.
gene.
Gene, they have written
I
in the
think
guideline.
IRT we repeat.
Equivocal mean 40 to 60. If it's coming between 40 to 60,
So
this is
you will go for
equivocal
the
sweat test, gene test.
Oh,
genetic testing.
it's
Yeah.
written that
Yeah.
sometimes the sweat test is equivocal, or
Mhm.
it's sometimes the less sweat is collected or it is contaminated. Then you have to repeat it.
Repeat it.
Repeat the second sweat test.
Yeah, that's the
Because
thing I'm
repeat,
asking
I
you.
remember that about the IRT we will repeat.
IRT, you
It's
repeat
what.
when
If we have
baby
doubt.
is, no, boss, the thing is that you are talking about patient is asymptomatic. Makes no sense talking about IRT. That is neonatal screening, right or wrong?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when
That
you will not talk about IRT, don't make this blunder. You will say, I will go for sweat chloride test. If it is inconclusive, yeah, equivocal, you repeat it because that is gold standard.
okay.
Okay. Okay.
I will see.
So, shall
And
we?
what about
Yes.
nutrition?
Nutrition, high caloric diet, high protein diet,
Fat
High caloric,
High
soluble
high.
protein, right?
vitamin, high
fats
caloric,
less
high
with the,
protein,
yeah,
and fat soluble vitamins
Pancreatic,
along with the creon
right.
that is adjusted according to the weight and the fat soluble content of diet. And for that, they have to be in the follow up of nutritionist and the proton pump inhibitor, because
right,
otherwise the
yeah,
creon can get
will not be,
inactivated.
they are effective in the alkaline media.
Yeah, this is actually H2 receptors they are giving to reduce deactivation of pancreatine. Pancreatine can affect the creon.
Yes.
Yes.
And
So,
yes, in the they are saying if the liver is involved, then take the ursodeoxy.
if liver is involved, what?
Then
Give the
ursodeoxycholic acid.
ursodeoxycholic acid, vitamin K, but addict to give, no? Addict
Yeah,
plus.
that's one ursodeoxy. Yes,
Urso
I
plus
know this.
addict.
Yeah. And if the what about the exacerbation? How we will treat?
If it
Exacerbation.
is the antibiotics, if the patient needs the admission, then give the IV antibiotics. For the Pseudomonas, it is two double antibiotics, ceftazidime and mecacin for the 14 days. And if a patient is
Tobramycin, yes.
no
Tobramycin.
IV antibiotics include
Tobramycin.
Tobramycin and ceftazidime.
Okay,
Tobramycin, not
I just
amikacin.
mentioned in
Sulfonic
my yes. I just mentioned that aminoglycoside. So
Okay,
Very,
okay.
very good.
And
okay,
if
and
no Pseudomonas,
if Pseudomonas but the patient is stable, then give PO ciprofloxacin. And if it is staph, then give the and patient is stable, then
No,
give the
no,
uh,
boss. You see, if patient is infant, then you cover anti-SAF,
no,
anti-SAF.
that yes, that is another thing that he's
Oral,
asking
oral
about the infected
flucloxacillin.
exacerbation.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
flucloxacillin is the prophylactic drug. So if the patient is having the staph and patient is stable, so give inhaled antibiotic for the
Mm-hmm.
staph or the PO antibiotic for the staph. And if the patient is sick and having staph, then give them IV antibiotic. And for the
and
prophylaxis, it's written that flucloxacillin till the age of 2 years. And after that, the older children do
Vancomycin.
not. Yes, yes. Older children, they mostly colonize Pseudomonas. So give them ciprofloxacin. And sometimes it is also recommended that give them 3 monthly, 2 weeks antibiotics. Every
and
3 months, they will get the
if
2 week
they
antibiotics.
have written also if there is no Pseudomonas, give cefuroxime.
Yes, cefuroxime Q8 hourly, it's written for the non-Pseudomonas infection. Other than
Non-Pseudomonas.
staph, other than Burkholderia, other than Pseudomonas, yes. For
Yeah.
the Burkholderia, it's written in the Mark BT Meropenem.
For nebulization, we will not start new nebulization without CF team. Yes.
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 Team.
Routine
And
oral prophylactic antibiotics is as usual. We are giving the same. Will
we will
continue oral.
continue.
Any new thing you will discuss with the cystic fibrosis team?
Yes.
Yeah. And what about chest physiotherapy? What are the components for the chest physiotherapy?
It's written that it should be ideally twice a day, each session 20 minutes with the head down and chest percussion. And if a patient have device like PEP, then it would be much easier. And before for that, there are different inhalers, bronchodilators, anti-inflammatory inhalers, and the antibiotic inhalers and the mucus thinning mucolytic inhalers. So for the mucolytics, they are saying like 7% hypertonic saline or N-acetylcysteine or D-nuclease, and
7%.
they, huh? Yes,
7%.
Yeah. 7%. So no 7%.
7%, and give
So,
salbutamol.
doctors, you please continue. I am leaving actually, so you can continue. You finish your topic. Okay. Thank you very much, Farhan.
Okay, thank you. You will do regular exercise program, inhaled hypertonic saline 7%. You will use this flutter device,
And
postural drainage.
DNS, anti-DNS. Don't make
Yeah,
anti-DNS.
okay.
Yes,
And
D-nuclease.
active cycle of breathing techniques.
Okay.
Yes.
What?
Active cycle of breathing technique.
Okay,
We will
that is
educate him about the postural drainage. We can use
Oh
the
my
flutter
God.
device.
okay.
This nebulization Colistin you use when?
Once the
Polymyxin,
patient, if patient nebulize,
Pseudomonas,
colonized, yes, Pseudomonas.
Pseudomonas,
Polarization, if there is, then you will use colistin.
colistin nebulization.
Along with the IV or either a nebulization or IV?
If it is IV,
Yeah, it's
then
written that ceftazidime and tobramycin for 2 weeks plus nebulized colistin if this child is symptomatic.
active
Yeah.
infection.
So 3
And
antibiotics.
if organism is not eradicated after 2 months, then consider nebulize with tobramycin.
That is second line. First, first line is colistin.
First line is colistin. And if chronic infection with Pseudomonas, then chronic infection means more than 50% of sample plus
In a
Pseudomonas
year
in
are
last.
positive.
Chronic
Yeah, then
infection in body.
nebulize with colistin with sodium and tobramycin as trio name.
Sodium what?
They have said that if the chronic infection with Pseudomonas, that is mean that 50% of sample plus Pseudomonas in last 12 months, minimum 4 samples are coming. That's
4
mean that
sample.
this is infection. Then you will nebulized with colistin and tobramycin and as trio name.
Astronym, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 3 lines of nebulization. If the child is symptomatic, then you will do ceftazidime and tobramycin. This is IV antibiotic. Nebulized with colistin. Nebulized with, if it's not improving 2 months, you will go for nebulization with tobramycin. And the child is asymptomatic and still he's having the first isolation of Pseudomonas, then simply ciprofloxacin oral for 6 weeks you can give. And if you want to give nebulization, you can give nebulization with colistin for 3 months. If there is chronic infection with Pseudomonas, then as I told, colistin, tobramycin, aztreoname, all nebulization will be given. And if the Burkholderia specia, first isolation, if it is the first isolation, you will have to report immediately to CF team, and IV antibiotics and nebulized antibiotic you will depends upon the sensitivity report. And if it is chronic infection with the Burkholderia, nebulized antibiotic prophylaxis like meropenem and tobramycin. And if it is a resistant Staph aureus, if it is the first isolation, report immediately CF team. And if it is symptomatic, then you will give IV 2 weeks antibiotic. It depends upon the sensitivity report. And if asymptomatic, you can give nebulization with the vancomycin for 5 days. 2 or 3 oral antibiotics depends upon the sensitivity for 6 weeks. And if it is chronic MRSA, then you will give oral antibiotic, discuss with the CF team. They have written. Okay. And for complications, as you know, for asthma, we are management with the bronchodilator. If the aspergillosis, high corticosteroid, you are giving steroids. Arthritis, you are giving NSAIDs, prednisolone. If the CF diabetic mellitus, insulin, and diabetic team referral. If DIOS, laxative, you are giving distal intestinal obstruction, then you are giving the laxative and Movicol hydration. If the liver disease, we have discussed ursodeoxycholic acid. If core pulmonale, heart-lung transplantation.
Terminal stage.
Pancreatic enzyme, we are giving Creon, and the rectal prolapse is there, then Creon. Salt deficiency, you are giving sodium and chloride, but after the consultation with the CF team only.
Mention about ivacaftor. Say something about ivacaftor.
What?
Ivacaftor and lomicaftor.
No,
these are the medication which improve the function of the protein that is called cystic fibrosis, CFTR. Okay.
What is name, Dr. What is name?
Medication name is ivacaftor and lomicaftor. Name is Orkambi. Yani both combination comes.
This is a
Orkambi. Ivacaftor.
Vector.
Sorry.
Vector, right?
Yeah, that is a CFTR gene, that is protein.
Yes.
These medication meant for the improvement in the function of this protein, which help in reduction in the infection.
Right, right.
So this is meant for, with this medication very costly, and usually they cost 10,000 per month, $10,000
How
per
much?
month, $10,000,
Okay.
very costly, and they are using in the UK very frequently nowadays. It is come in the name of Orkambi, yani both. Orkambi is avacaftor and lumicaftor combination. So they are using, and the lifespan of the cystic fibrosis patient has been improved to 50 years with this medication.
Okay.
And quality of life is improved because
So
the less
the them 1 to 2 year of life, Staph aureus and Hib, more than 2 years Pseudomonas and Burkholderia.
Yeah. Sorry, come again. What is this? What you said?
If the age is 1 to 2 year, the more common organism
Staph.
will be Staph aureus and Haemophilus
Infancy staph.
influenza.
I remember
Yeah.
like that. For
And
infancy
if
staph, after that you will say Pseudomonas most of the time.
yeah,
Patient is
after 2
not compliance and multiple admissions, so can be fungal and then and Burkholderia species.
yeah.
Banana.
Okay. Okay. These all are we have done. We will meet on Wednesday.
Yeah, inshallah, slowly will improve, inshallah.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
So Wednesday will be
Reverse will do. Those who became the candidate, they will play the role player.
I mean to say, Dr. Haran, we will do videos and clinical or what?
Video and clinical.
Okay.
Video, clinical, and communication like that.
No, actually we will like show the video and we will give 2 minutes time to look at the video, see all the video scenario, and then describe it like examination, like we are in exam. And what is your differential diagnosis? How you will manage? Okay, like that question for the video station. And clinical session we will do virtually as we are doing